What an absolutely insane weekend of fights. And no, I'm not just talking about the new heavyweight champ Francis Ngannou, I'm talking about all of the regional indie MMA that half of us didn't even know were happening, which is why we're here thanks to Caposa, who you should be following on Twitter at Grabica_Hitman so you can stay up to date with all of these crazy fights and highlights every week. What is going on, everyone? It's the casual Lawton Veerkant, and this is Caposa's Corner. We are beginning this week at Arc4 TV Road Championship 4 in Seoul, South Korea. Lee Jung-yun in the white shorts has a 2-0 pro record coming in, and his opponent, Park Jin-woo, is making his pro debut. Just 1 minute into the second round, and Lee shows us this. I guess Lee's taunting gave him some extra power because this beautiful left hook lands fast and solid, knocking Park out cold. It also took Park almost a full minute to come to and finally get up. Park doesn't exactly have a great debut, but Lee remains undefeated and grows his record to 3-0. Staying at ARC4 for this fight, we have Caposa's KO of the week, and he claimed this his fight of the week because of the sheer brutality we see. The whole fight only lasts 28 seconds and sees both fighters rock the other at least twice until Park Sing-mo lands 2 lefts back-to-back, knocking out his opponent Nandin Erdine, who now has a 13-7 record. Now, this is only Park's second pro fight, so he survived the storm that was this fight and now has an undefeated record of 2-0. Next, we are moving on to Mixed Fight Events 46 in Yerevan, Armenia, and here we have Seyedvali Dehegan and Vahagan Hovsepyan. Both fighters, from what I could find, have no amateur record to show and labels this as their first pro fight. And yep, Hovsepyan face plants him to the ground and is out. Now, let's go back and watch that again. If you missed it, Hovsepyan actually lands a big right rocking Dehegan, so he pushes, hoping to get the win. Makes sense, right? But what he didn't account for was his perfectly placed left, and that's it. Dehegan gets the win, and what I'm assuming is his first pro win. Either way, great knockout. We've got one more at MFE 46, and this one is between Rafik Hakobian, who is 2-0 as a pro, up against Hamik Bezik, making his pro debut. Caposa labeled this one as 2 finishes for 1, which is absolutely perfect because, as you can see, Hamik is just getting wrecked and literally falls out of the ring. But oh no, the fight isn't over yet. Let's restart it. Great idea, ref. Making quick work of Hamik again, Rafik just swarms and lands some big hits, ultimately calling an end to this fight and growing his record to 3-0. Now, we are going to our friends at ACA 120 in St. Petersburg, Russia for 3 fights from this event. First, we have Dmitry Krivulets, who has a 5-2 record, going up against Amirhan Galiyev, who is 9-1, and all 9 wins have been in a row. He's got my money. Krivulets unfortunately shows a weakness in his left leg, so naturally, Galiyev decides to target it. Leg kick after leg kick, he finally goes down. But wait, what's this? A tap? Yep. Instead of going for the ground and pound, Galiyev actually secures a standing ankle lock, forcing the tap. He is now 10-1 and is definitely someone we can see moving on to a major promotion in the future. Anybody want to see a standing hammer fist? Good, because that's what we have next. Salimgure Rasulov, on a 4-fight win streak with a 20-7 record, holds absolutely nothing back from his opponent, Denis Smolderev, who has a 15-7 record. Most fighters save the hammer fist for the ground, but not this time, and it pays off. Rasulov sneaks the hammer fist through the left hook and makes direct contact, sending Smolderev to the canvas. The ground and pound was just the icing on the cake, and Rasulov grows his record to 21-7. Do you all remember Magomed Rasul Hasbullayev, aka Frodo Hasbullayev from Bellator? Well, this is what he's up to now. On a 4-fight win streak and showing a 32-8 record, he is up against Felipe Froes, who is also on a 4-fight win streak and has a 19-4-1 record. Only 20 seconds into the 4th round, and Frodo absolutely cracks Felipe, but you know what? Why stop at just a big hit? Why not give a ground game clinic too? he secures the rear naked choke and easily gets the tap. Now, Frodo needs to listen when the ref is literally trying to pull him off of a fighter, but he does get the win, grows his record to an insane 33-8, and is the new ACA featherweight champion.
Delaney tapped, and we get the Russian dance.
I'm sure you're wondering how we got here. So let's rewind a little. Moving on to Titan FC 68 in Miami, Florida, we have Slava Borshev, our infamous dancer, with a 2-1 record up against Corey Delaney, who has a 2-2 pro record. After a failed takedown attempt by Delaney, it is the beginning to his end. Borshev wastes no time getting to the ground and pound and lets the flurries come down. Delaney is just unable to make a move or protect himself and is eventually forced to tap, which, cue the music. Borshev grows his record to 3-1 and gets an extra style point added to his record. For our final event, we have 2 fights from LFA 103 in Shawnee, Oklahoma. And first, we have former strawweight champion Vanessa Demopoulos showing a 5-3 record going against Cynthia Arceo, who has a 5-2-1 record. Vanessa actually trains out of Black House MMA alongside names like Lyoto Machida, Brian Ortega, and Mackenzie Dern. And only 30 seconds in, and Vanessa lets loose, landing shot after shot, and what was almost an illegal knee. As you can see, Arceo's knee is almost touching the ground when the hit makes contact, but Vanessa was in motion before she was down, making it good to go and crippling for Arceo. Vanessa climbs her record to 6-3 and gives big man Dana White a call-out.
The grappler knocked out the striker. Man, what a performance from Vanessa Demopoulos.
Staying at LFA 103, we have our last fight this week, which sees former UFC fighter Spike Carlisle showing a 9-3 record and with a beautiful Darth Vader entrance, up against Batsumbrel Daldorch, aka the Mongolian Falcon. Get it? Mongolian Falcon, Darth Vader entrance. Okay, moving on. But Daldorch has a 7-1 record and used to fight in Bellator. Nearing the 4th minute of the first round, the Alpha Ginger strikes again and lands a rear naked choke and pulls it in tight, forcing Daldorch to tap. Carlisle grows his record to 10-3 and once again with the entrance and everything else surprises everyone. Once again, we want to thank Caposa for all of his badass work and for helping us on these videos. Please go give him a follow on Twitter at Grabica_Hitman and support him on his Patreon at patreon.com/Caposa. We also want to thank all of these great organizations for holding these events for our entertainment, and to the fighters, winners, and losers, and we will see you all on the next video.